Hey Fedora. Hey Inari. I'm okay, Fedora. It's been a long week, but I'm still here. Hey Sherry. Never caught a lot before. I'm so excited. I'm excited to have you here. Did you get a notification? I'll be wondering, do these notifications actually work? Hey Brianna. I wish you still did Ready to Love reviews because this reunion had me weak. I might, I might, if I have time, I might go live and talk about the reunion because I did watch the reunion and this I would have reviewed this season, but this season was just so weak to me, just like weak in the worst way. But this reunion was good. I ain't gonna lie. The reunion was the best part of the whole season. Hey, Demelia, you got your notification? Okay, good. Finally, YouTube is helping your girl out. Hey, B Bonds. Okay, yeah, okay. Got your notifications. Shout out to y'all. Inspired to travel. Hey. So, okay, I'm glad to hear the notifications are working, y'all. So if you are new and you would like to know whenever I go live, then make sure you hit the notification bell. And I believe there's an option for like all notifications or something like that. And it'll notify you, email you, or whatever whenever I go live. Hey Tasia, I've been watching all of your TikToks. Oh, thank you. In case y'all didn't know, I am on TikTok. I do mostly like makeup content and like beauty stuff on there. So I used to do that on this channel, but now I just do it on TikTok mainly. Hey Kimberly. Yes, the season was dry, but the reunion gave what we wanted the whole season. It did. It really did. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect it because, they weren't as confrontational. Just a couple of people, but they wouldn't let them get away with it at the reunion. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started a little earlier because um I just decided that I want to do the Ready to Love. I do want to talk about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because we haven't even seen everybody get married and we can get these first couples out of the way. Let me pull up their pictures. What are slides? Anyway, I have to figure that out another time. Let's see. Shoot. I'm sorry, y'all. The StreamYard is giving me some new options and I'm trying to figure this out. Let's see. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. What's their names? Alyssa and Chris. So from what we've seen, I don't know if y'all have seen all the previews, but clearly she's not gonna be into him. She's not gonna want to they picked somebody really picky on purpose. What I don't get is coming on this show and being picky. That's what I don't get. You come on the show and you're so picky about looks and you're so picky about this, and that, but you're letting someone else pick your husband. Like that doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me whenever people come on this show and play that game. They knew what they were doing, setting them up. They knew that she was not gonna be attracted to him, and they knew how she was gonna react, and it's just playing out the way they wanted it to. I feel bad for him because he seems like he came in this sincerely, and he got mashed. It just sucks. It sucks to know that someone is not attracted to you and you're low key stuck with them. That's just the worst. That's another major reason why I would probably never do this show. But they sure did set him up. They set him up, child. They set him up. I'm only watching your reviews. A lot of people are saying that they're only watching reviews, they're not watching the full show. And I don't blame you. 2 hours is too much every week. I don't blame you. I can barely get through it myself. They won't make it a week. I honestly, I don't see them making it through the entire process because she's not willing to give anything. You could tell. And I'm sure like he will try, but there's only so much you can like there's only so far you can go with only one person trying and the other one actively like being standoffish. It's like another situation with Jacob and Haley, you know, cringy. My mother said exactly what you said about Alyssa would have been a match for Ryan. Yeah, they two different zip codes. They would have been a better match because they both like the country, and I mean I don't know how he would have felt about her dark hair. You know, he gets hung up on hair. He don't need to be with nobody. I'm sorry. If you get hung up on hair, like you just a little bit too superficial. I am so sorry. She reminds me of Ashley from season 3. Ooh, season 3 was so long ago. I can't remember who you're talking about. Man. There's something about Alyssa I can't put my finger on it. I don't know, but she wears a lot of self-tanner, and I don't know if it's Botox. I don't know how that stuff works. Fillers, Botox, injections, whatever. It's something going on with her face too. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and move past them because we really haven't seen much from them so far. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, the 10 dresses. Do y'all really think she bought 10 dresses? Because the more I thought about it, I'm like, girl, you just said that because you wanted to. Do you want to sound fabulous? Like you want to just you want to make sure you get some camera time? Like what's going on? I don't understand. That didn't make any sense. It's like Ashley was the brunette that was matched with Dave's crazy tail. I would have to see them. Ryan and Mindy from season 10 was hanging out in Mexico. What a waste of money if she did. Right. She returned though. She had to. Like, I mean, you can't wear them all. Anyway, let's move on. Steve and Noy. Now, we haven't seen them meet each other yet either. We do know that Noy is unemployed. And okay, look, don't get me wrong. I believe he was an engineer, so he has earning potential. It's not like he's a complete bum. But just the fact that he went 4 months without working and then you sign up for a show like Married at First Sight, and then when you tell your family that you sign up for this show, they're concerned because they're like, well, what, like, how is she gonna feel about you not having a job? I mean, just it just sounds irresponsible to me. And he's 38 and he's too old for this. And I don't know. I feel like if I were her, I would be so upset that they matched me with someone that is not employed. Like, what's going on here? I don't get this. But I also feel like she'll probably be one of those people that will be really attracted to him. Like, even from this picture, we haven't seen them meet, but from this picture, she just looks like she's enamored. I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. I don't know, but I just feel like she's somebody that will overlook it, and not the best thing because that's a huge red flag. Steve would be a good match if he had a good job. I mean, if he had a job, period. I know. I think so too. A lot of people were like, "Why do you think he's attractive?" I think he's an attractive person. Now, am I personally just like falling out over him? No, but he's attractive. I mean, he seemed to know what to do with his hair, and he looked good in his suit. He's tall. He got a nice jawline. I think his brother is more like his brother looked good too to me. But not the one with the hair. The one with the hair, dang, Alexis isn't in here. She said he looked like Danny Tamborelli. That was hilarious. But I'm curious to see how they what their interaction is gonna be. I want to give Steve a little bit of credit for being able to support himself for 4 months without a paycheck, but he needs to be putting in applications. That's what I'm saying. Like, but okay, yeah, you could support yourself, but you're getting married to somebody. So you mean you're using these whatever savings you had on supporting yourself instead of looking for a job so you can support your family? You know what I'm saying? It's just priorities, priorities. If he did this as a single man and didn't sign up for this show, and he did like another show on Discovery and just was like, this is how I live in my car for the next 4 months as a single man. I don't good, more power to you. But you're getting married to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, that changes things for me. He looks like Abraham Lincoln. You know what? I low key Steve is the most attractive guy this season. Yes. Well, yes. I mean, I feel that way. I also think he makes enough freelancing to sustain himself. That's another thing. That's true. If he makes enough freelancing, fine, fine. I if he makes enough to support him and his family, I don't care. I'll take all of it back. You're done. He needs a job. His savings is going to eventually run out. Exactly. And the problem is he wants kids. He wants kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't be doing this. So are you gonna be one of those people that live in an RV? Don't you still have to? You have to make some money to buy gas. Like, what's going on here? I can't. I can't. You need a job. I'm so sorry. I think he looks a little funny. I think he has one of those. I think he's not a conventional. He doesn't have a conventional look. Like, he doesn't have like the guy next door, look. He has a interesting like model type look. Like models have that something quirky about them, or something that's, not conventionally attractive about them, but it works for them. That's what Steve is, in my opinion. Kids are expensive, okay? Diapers add up. Diapers and formula. Anyway, let's move on. We didn't get to talk about I didn't go live last week, so we didn't get to talk about their wedding. So, um Lindsay and Mark, that's the name, right? Mark the Shark. She too much for him. We already know this. We already know this. She's too much for him. She is somebody that says whatever is on her mind, doesn't have any sort of filter, or I don't know. You need to control what comes out of your mouth. You can't just say any and everything. And what really, like, people who are straight shooters don't bother me, but you need to have a little tact with it. You need to have a little, um, you need to, you still need to have some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Tact. I mean, tact. She just, is a little reckless with what she says. His facial features are strong like Tom Brady. He does have strong facial features. I think she was a terrible candidate for Married at First Sight. She would be too much for 98% of all men. Yeah, I just don't know too many men. Like, I'm sure there are men in this world that would love her. They love how mouthy she is. But it's just like, I just don't know too many men that could handle it. Lindsay is a combination of Beth and vodka. I mean, Virginia. Lindsay nickname will be Liquor. What? I don't think any of the wives like Lindsay. I don't either. Because when I was watching that after party show, she definitely was rubbing Jasmina the wrong way. And, I know for a fact that she got blocked by Alyssa because of whatever she said on the night of their bachelorette party, which she was being a little rude. She was. So that doesn't shock me. Couth. Yes, crass. These are some good words. Thank you. Have a little bit of couth, because just the way she was talking around his family, it's like you just meeting these people. I'm not saying you have to be so prim and proper. You can't be yourself, but there's just a level of decorum that you should have when you first meet people, because this is your first impression. To me, Lindsay seems to be going for the shock factor. I agree. Like I said on my past couple of reviews, I think she definitely wants to be on TV. So I think she's definitely amping it up. But at the same time, I also feel like this is Lindsay, because her family doesn't seem to be thrown off by it at all. They seem to be very used to it. Tact and ability to read the room. Yes, she doesn't know how to read the room. Being on 10 in all situations is going to be exhausting for Mark. It is. It's exhausting to watch. And then while they're taking pictures, she's like, oh, they're talking about his dad dying, and it's a touchy subject for him with his parents because they're going through a lot. And she's just like trying to have these serious conversations while they're taking pictures. It's like, this is not the time. And it just worries me because he has, parents, like his grandmother has an illness. His mother can't care for herself. So in essence, he's like a caregiver. You have to have a lot of patience in those situations. And compassion. You know what I'm saying? And mentally, it takes a toll on, it takes a toll on you. I know this from personal experience, you know? So she needs, I just, I hope she's able to give that. And it just doesn't seem like she can. She comes off as selfish. No finesse. I don't think she was ready to be married a year ago. She was planning a wedding. Exactly. And that's the other thing. Girl, you were just planning a wedding a year ago. See, this is how you know they're setting people up for failure. This is how you know. She was just getting married to somebody else last year. Thank you for bringing up her mother. Exactly. I feel like personally, because whenever they brought up her mother, she started crying. So obviously this is something that is very touchy for her as well, and it's fresh. It's a fresh like wound for her. And the fact that her mother didn't show up to the wedding, that was trifling. It was. I can't even lie. She's a lot, but that's your daughter. So if you were in town, why would you leave town when your daughter is getting married? That was trifling. And I personally feel like she was getting drunk to mask her feelings about that. personally. So I do feel bad for her on that. It would be interesting to see her in a work environment. I'm assuming she can get it together and be chill enough. Yeah, she to be a nurse, right, right. Might see another side of her personality that way. She also wasn't asking in a compassionate manner. Exactly. She was just blurting out questions. And when he's giving you these like serious answers, she wasn't her tone wasn't changing for it. It's like, girl, they really need to stop with the pregame alcohol. They know what they're doing. What made it even worse was her mother was in town. I know, that was so messed up. She's gonna be emotionally sensitive like Michaela. Child. And she signed up on Valentine's Day. She signed up out of desperation. Hey, everybody that's coming in. Shout out to y'all. I am older, but I don't think men are attracted to women who cuss like a sailor. It's not feminine or sexy. Yeah, I don't know. Some men might like that. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just I feel like even with that, it's like a time and place. No individual who didn't have a supportive parent had a successful marriage. You talking about on here or just in general? Because you might be right. Every time there's been people on this show that their family didn't support them or they didn't, they didn't have at least one supportive parent, it didn't work out. It seems like they both signed up out of desperation. Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Cause she signed up. It sounds like she signed up out of spite for her ex. And it sounds like he's signed up because he's lonely and he's going through a lot with his parents. And that takes a toll. I'm telling you, it takes a toll on you. That's hard. That's hard to deal with. And if she can't be compassionate, she just need to leave him alone. All right, y'all, let's move on. My favorites. I truly didn't think I would be rooting for anybody this season. I really didn't. Not as a couple. I didn't think I would be rooting for anybody as a couple. Um, at the beginning, I didn't think any of these couples will work out this season. But these two, call me gullible, but they drew me in. And I believe both of them are being sincere. I think both of them have a good support system in their family. I think they're both family oriented. I think they both are compassionate people. And I don't know why, but I have a really good feeling about this. I really do. They made me become vested and now I'm mad. Yes. Yes. I was not invested either. I wasn't until these two. I caught this one. I'm getting Vincent and Brianna feels for them. I'm just gonna smile. But I want them to stay together though. So in that way, yes. This man is the luckiest man in Married at First Sight history. She is gorgeous. She really is. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. He almost fell out. As an avid K-drama watcher for 12 years, Jasmina is my girl. You know what? One of my best friends used to love Korean dramas. I didn't even know anything about them. But when I met her in undergrad and college, she was my roommate. She used to watch it all the time. So that doesn't, it's not abnormal to me that Korean dramas. You think she got snubbed? I don't think so. I think he's a really sweet guy. Jasmina have and Michael have the best chance, but I'm still predicting 0 out of 5. Dang, Tasia. Anything more than that, then I will be. Well, you know what? Based off the past couple of seasons, I can't even be mad. I know I'm setting he's a little boring so far. I mean, she isn't the most exciting. Like, I feel like both of them are homebody type of people. I know I'm setting myself up, but I want them to make it. Me too. I like them as individuals, but I don't think she's attracted to him. I think that base level, she might not be head over heels as far as looks goes, but on the after party, she said he was cute. I don't know if she felt that initially, but that's the way she feels at this point. And I think she's a person that is not so much focused on looks, because let me tell you something. You can get the finest man. She could find somebody that looks as good as her, but a lot of these men, we have to be honest, a lot of these fine men that be so attractive are full of it. When men be that attractive and they have women coming after them all the time, they tend to let that go to their head. They have a huge ego, and they tend to be players and not treat women right. Can we be honest about that? Now, you might look at him and say he's not good enough for her based off of looks. But I think if you're someone who is not focused on that and you're focused on how this man treats me, his character, how he treats his family, if he has a good heart, if he's compassionate, if he's ready to be a husband, if he's ready to be a good father, you know what I'm saying? Like, that sort of thing shouldn't matter. I don't think he's like, and y'all really acting like he's ugly. Like, he's not. Stop it. He's not ugly. Okay. I think if he cut off that beard, he would look like a little kid. He looked real young in the face to me. But he don't sit up here and act like he's just ugly. Y'all trying it. And I thought he would be really intimidated by her. But when I saw him grab her face and kiss her, I think he has the confidence to be with her. Cause he is gonna have to have a lot of confidence to be with a beautiful woman like that. Cause men are constantly gonna be looking at her and be attracted to her, constantly, and probably gonna try her in front of him. So, he will have to have confidence in that way. But he's not ugly, just a little on the short side. Well, I wonder how tall is he, because if from the looks of his picture, he's at least her height, and she's tall. And she also strikes me as the type of person that if she wasn't attracted to him at all, I don't think she would have been doing all of what she was doing. I don't think she would have been like all on him while they were dancing and just laughing. I don't think that she would have been doing all this hugging and letting him touch. And I don't think she would. I think if she really was not attracted to him or didn't want to be with him at all, she wouldn't even let him touch her. She strikes me as that type that would just be like, no, especially as nervous as she was when she first started. Like, I just don't think that she would have leaned in as much as she did. Like, she did lean into him while they were taking pictures, while they were dancing. I just don't think she would do that if she was faking. I don't think she would fake like that. Cause so far she's been sincere. So I know a lot of people say, well, they don't think she's attracted to him. I don't think she wasn't attracted to him. I don't think she was like disgusted by him. I think when she said there's a little spark, what she's saying is she could see this growing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she meant like I don't see it. There's a little spark and there's no possibility that we can move forward. Did y'all watch the after party? Did y'all see how she looked whenever they replayed back what their wedding and everything? And when she was talking about meeting him for the first time, and I just don't think that she would be discussing it in that way if she didn't have some level of attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like I think what y'all are doing is projecting. I think y'all look at him and don't think he's attractive. And y'all are trying to make it seem like she's not attracted to him when I didn't see that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if I showed y'all some of the men that I was attracted to in my past, y'all would probably be looking at me crazy. Like you actually, that's because I don't look like looks. As long as I'm attracted to you, I don't care if the rest of the world thinks you're cute. I don't care. As long as I think you're cute and you treat me right and you know what I'm saying? I'm more personality driven. I don't really care about, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as I'm attracted to you, you could be my kind of ugly. Everybody else in the world can think you ugly. If I'm attracted to you, it doesn't matter. Everybody, like just because she's super attractive, that doesn't mean she wants somebody just as attractive as her, quote unquote, because that's how y'all feel he's unattractive. A lot of people in here do think he's attractive though. We all have different tastes. I think it's suspicious they didn't ask her about his looks, and then they might have purposely left that out though, because on the after party, she said he was cute. She said when she first saw him, she said she thought he was like, she was relieved, like, oh, he's cute. So, if you didn't watch the after party, I understand if you don't want to watch the after party because it's already a lot of content to consume. I completely understand that. But take my word for it. I watched the after party. She said she said he was cute. So I don't think she would lie. And I also think the older you get, the less that matters. The older you get, like I just turned 30. I don't care about looks like that anymore. Like I used to, but the older I get, the less I'm like, whatever. Cause the guys that were cute, the guys that were so fine, though they treated me the worst. They truly did. Do you like Keisha as a host? I think Keisha is doing a fair job. You know what I'm saying? Jamie got on my nerves. That's the only reason why I like Keisha better. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Jamie did a bad job. She just gets on my nerves. So I don't know. I like Keisha as a host. She's doing a fair enough job. I mean, it's not like it's just over the top. The show itself is not like the most interesting. So her as a host, she's fair enough. I did cry at the vows, and when they gave him the breast cancer pin, y'all, me and my grandmother were in tears. That was such a touching moment. And just to see his family just crowd around him, and just the fact that he has his family there, and they're supportive. And so many times we see on this show people come on here and their family just does not support them at all. And they support him, and I could just tell that if they mesh, that the families are going to do their best to support it. And that's like an added layer of, you know, that's another reason why I'm rooting for them, because I feel like they'll just mesh. And she, knowing her past of how her mother abandoned her, how her father really isn't there for her, and how this is her stepmother who stepped up to the plate and is really her mother. And how, he lost his parents, and, just to see them come together would just be a beautiful thing. I'm trying to read into the after party. She spoke with an air like they're still together. That's the way it seems, because you can kind of tell when the people are still together or when they clearly are not, because they'll talk about the situation and have like an attitude or a look on their face or just be uncomfortable. But she was very like warm and smiling, and it just makes it seem like even if even if they're not together, it seems like they have a level of respect for each other. And that's all I can ask for. But it does kind of seem like they're still together, just based off of her just grinning, cheesing and grinning, and whenever their scenes pop up. But let me go ahead and move on, y'all. Let me move on, so we could talk about the last couple. Pastor P. Olajuwon. Your fave, Samuela? Why did Omarion have a white tux knowing darn well he not a virgin? Child, let me tell you something. Olajuwon, for him to be concerned that, well, I hope I didn't mess around with her friend or nothing like that. For him to say something like that lets me know he really got around and got a really bad reputation. I want to root for them. I just don't have faith in him. When I tell you zero, I have zero, especially after last season with Zach. I have zero faith in him. Now, if I didn't know anything, if I didn't have any backstory, if I just saw them, say their vows and meet each other for the first time or whatever, I probably would, because they look like visually they look good together. And they, whatever, but I just don't trust him. His name is Isaac until proven otherwise. Like, will the real Isaac stand up? Like, what's going on here? Very insecure. He did say he created a fake name to cheat in the past. Let me tell you something. If you doing that, you on another level. You on another level of deception. If you'll go to those lengths, something wrong with you. I'm sorry. You're doing a little bit too much. Kimberly says, I don't think he got around that much. He just is talking about it too much. You think so? Possibly. Maybe he's trying to make himself sound like this big player because he's insecure and he wants to make himself feel better. Because whenever he first saw her, he was like overwhelmed, like, wow, she's beautiful. And then he was like, well, do you think I look good? Like, he was fishing for validation. Yeah, like that was weird. I'm gonna tell you, that's a turnoff for me. Don't be sitting there, well, how I look? I'm handsome. I'm handsome. Am I handsome? Do you think I look good? Like, stop it. That is so unattractive. Goodness. I don't like when anyone does that. Like when women do that too. Like, let somebody else tell you that you look good. Like, you don't have to go around fishing for compliments. Now, the way he was acting at the bachelor party, you know what? Thank you for bringing me back. You right. Thank you for bringing me back because the way he was all on that stripper, that was too much. He was too comfortable. He talked way too much about nothing. Exactly. She seemed standoffish and not warm. Well, she said on the after party that she was extremely nervous. She was extremely nervous. And she said that she was happy that he was doing all the talking because she didn't know what to say. Like, she was so nervous. I think that's what that was, because she said she was very much attracted to him. She loved the fact that he was, had a little height to him and that he's got tattoos and everything. She's like, that's her type, apparently. And I'm like, girl, that might not be a good thing because you didn't do a good job picking him in the past. But either way, she said she was attracted to him. She was just really nervous. He is too superficial, very much so. His brother literally has no faith in him at all. Like, his brother was like, when he started crying, his brother was cackling. Like, that was a little bit jarring, but I feel like it said a lot. Either his brother is extremely insensitive, or he knows his brother and he knows that he's not being serious right now. Because for your brother to be crying the way he was like, and if that man was faking that, which we know, we saw Zach crying last season. So we know men can fake it. Men can fake it just as good as some of these women, right? But if he can, like, the way he was crying, if he was faking, I'm really scared. His brother doesn't like, it seems like his brother doesn't like it. Something going on there, y'all. Like, I don't know what that is. His sister-in-law has doubts because look, they know him. We don't know him. We know what they're showing us. They know him. Now, regardless of whether he's trash or not, it's like a certain level of loyalty you would think your brother would have for you, especially like going on TV. But at the same time, his brother knows stuff we don't. His brother really said, I wasn't looking for a wife. I was looking for one night. Both of them something else. I couldn't be married to either one of them. I feel bad for Katina, the experience she's about to have on this show. I know. I hate it. They matched her up with exactly, like, physically maybe what she wanted, but I thought she wanted something different. Both him and Michael said wow when they saw the brides, but it looks like he was undressing her with his eyes and Michael seemed genuine. Yeah, it does seem like he's, especially when he asked for a kiss. It's like, can he go deeper? Because it seemed like it was all superficial, all, just based off of looks, which she is a gorgeous girl. Someone says she looks like a black Eva Mendes, and I'm like, you know what? She really does. So it's understandable that he was super attracted, but Zach and his weaponized tears. It's psychotic. It's psychotic. Like, if you're crying just to get sympathy, especially the way he was crying, that's just weird. Olajuwon is childlike. He is very childlike. Like, even when he was crying, he looked like a little boy crying. Like, his friend consoling him looked like a father consoling their child. Not a friend consoling a friend. Thank you for bringing up Jeffy. This is Jeffy's friend, y'all. In case y'all didn't know, this is Jeffy's friend. And I saw the part of the special where Jeffy came out with Shanice, and it's almost like Jeffy wasn't trying to claim him all the way. I don't know. Like, I was just like, Jeffy almost wasn't trying to claim him. And yeah, we know we've been around each other. We know. I'm like, why are you not trying to claim him? That's why his brother was laughing. He ain't buying it. That's what I figured. That's why I was thinking. I'm like, his brother does not buy these tears at all. Yes, that's Jeffy's friend. Even though Jeffy was not trying to own up to that being his friend. I'm not sure if he's. Yeah, they might have just been college friends, maybe. Like in college, you have a bunch of like associates. You're not really close with them, but you're friends. But that's still you don't act like you didn't know him. Like, he just I don't trust either one of them, so it's a huge red flag. They played football together. Okay. It looks like he's going to be doing all the cooking since she doesn't cook that much. That part was so funny to me when the whole crowd just started laughing when they mentioned he wanted someone who could cook. Child. I feel like that's going to be a huge argument between them, because he said, yeah, we're going to learn together, but he going to want her to cook all the meals. Based off of what he said before, he said it was a deal breaker. Wonder if Jeffy got a finder's fee. Yeah, Jeffy really is. I don't trust nothing he say. Child. There was a big difference in Michael's family reaction and Olajuwon. Olajuwon's family is not invested. They're not. They're not. You're right, because Michael's family is like, looks like they're like ready to embrace her already. And Olajuwon's family is just like basically acting like this is not going to last. Based on the after party, I think they're still together. You talking about, you know what? You might be right, because whenever she talks about him, it's in a positive, like she lights up and it's positive. So I don't know, child. They do seem like they still together. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna jump off of here. We've discussed all the couples. I'm gonna jump off of here and jump right back on and talk about Ready to Love. Shout out to everyone in here. It's 111 people in here. Thank you for showing up to my live. I always have so much fun talking to y'all in here. If you watch Ready to Love, even if you don't watch, jump in the next live. We're gonna talk about the reunion real quick, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.